world record of 391 feet, one thing Maddow will need is more speed. In the simplest trajectory calculations, assuming a linear relationship, for every 1 mile an hour increase, Maddow can gain up to 10 feet of flight. To tack on an additional 70 feet of distance, he needs to increase his speed by about 10%. But air draft complicates the equation, and Maddow's team estimates that he will reach speeds of over 110 miles an hour. Levi Valley attempts to break his own world record for the longest snowmobile jump, currently 361 feet. Not only will he be hitting the ramp at a speed of over 100 miles an hour, he'll also be flying a machine that weighs over 450 pounds, essentially the weight of 2 refrigerators. Is for Maddow and Levi to take off less than 10 feet apart, and both launches from the ramp must be completely square. Only 1 degree offline could result in a trajectory that's altered by up to 10 feet. And if both are slightly off, the result could be, well, let's just say, problematic.
While our boat is making its way to port, as you can see from that report, there's a reason why Robbie says this is a jump that you just have to get right. And speaking of Robbie, Jamie Little is with him right now as our boat is making its way to shore. And Jamie, I'm sure that Robbie at this point just wants to get up in the air and get this done.
He is itching to get out there. He's been watching Levi, who had 2 speed runs already. They just pulled the tarp off. What's the plan now?
I'm just going to go out there and honestly just try and get the start of my approach dialed in as best I can. Every time I go out there, it's always a little bit sketchy, so after a few I get it dialed in. So I'll do 2 runs, I should be good to go. As long as I get a good initiation to the run in, the rest of it's just 5th gear pinned. I mean, anyone can do that part. And then obviously the tricky part, jumping over this gap, but looking for as close as I can, 110 mile an hour. I've never hit it in this distance, so I'm just going to do all I can to get as fast as possible.
Last night we had a lot of condensation. You had a lot of wheel spin. You only hit 92 miles per hour on your speed run. What's the goal right now?
Speed run, if I hit 98, I'm doing my job right for sure.
All right, I think they're calling for you. It's time. Let's see, Robbie.
My stomach's stirring just thinking of that. Crikey. And how stupid having your son there. Yeah. Yeah.
We are just after midnight here, minutes away from Robbie and Levi.
Wait, they're going to be doing it at midnight?
I can't even watch them give him another IV.
Well, how far is this jump? Why don't we show you?
But it's a different situation.
Levi, his record, 361 feet. There's a perspective in a football field angle. Imagine trying to jump across that and then some. Also the equivalent of 4 basketball courts. That really doesn't make sense. And then how about if we shackatize it for you? Yeah, that's how many shacks would have to be lined up vertically for this to happen. For Robbie, he will not be happy underneath 400 feet. And look at how far we span when we do that. 4 1/3 basketball courts, and then we'll line up 7'1" Shaq. I can imagine Shaq smiling right now that he's a part of this course description. But there you have it. It doesn't really make sense to average humans, but Levi and Robbie, they are not average humans. And Joe, we are excited to see Robbie right now in this speed test.
Robbie Madison preparing for his speed test. Joe Tessitore and Cameron Steele here in our booth position. As now Robbie gets his turn. Cameron, we talked about the fact that he wasn't able to get in as much practice as he would normally prefer this week because of condensation, and then an altered schedule of events tonight with the tarp on his side of this course.
And listening to the course workers there, telling them a couple speed runs. We already heard that.